Thanks for tuning in today. I'm going to try to do a super sweet Sunday video of me doing The Legend of Zelda without glitches in under an hour. Don't quite make it, but it should be a lot of fun. So the first thing I need to do is go in and take the sword, which is what I'm doing to start off. And then my first goal is to take the, find some bombs and get a couple of heart pieces. So I go up, then right a few screens to find the blue moblins, because the blue moblins are the highest drop rate for bombs in the whole game. Along the way I might kill a couple enemies here and there to get rupees, because rupees are very important. So this screen, the screen to the right, the screen down and to the right, and then the screen immediately below this one all have blue moblins. So one of the first things you need to do, at least I'm trying to do, is get bombs. Somehow get some bombs so that I can get... that one didn't have any blue moblins, actually. Get the heart piece on the beach. So luckily the very last blue moblin drops bombs, and so I can go down and bomb right here to get this heart piece. Sometimes I make a few mistakes that I could cut a couple seconds off, like I got that heart when I had full health. There's a part later where I forget which direction to go to get the arrows, and you'll see that, but and then I go back up, and I go all the way up so that I can get another heart piece, some rupees, actually 2 different caves with rupees in it, and then the letter for the medicine, which you need at the end of the game, or at least I need at the end of the game, because I'm not good enough to beat the last dungeon without it. So head up a few screens, and then you bomb the right side of this rock, and that gets you the second heart piece. So I'm making actually pretty good time here. I go right another screen, and then you bomb the upper right wall to get 30 rupees, I believe, in this one. And then I'm going up and all the way to the right, top right corner, and walking through a wall to get 100 rupee cave. There are 2 100 rupee caves that I know about, and this is one of them. Head back to the left and then up this staircase to get the letter. Now, this speed run will not be, an all-time record for speed runs, because if you use some glitches, you can do some screen warping and use some glitches to get past some tough rooms with dark nuts and stuff. But I'm not using any glitches, and so when you don't use any glitches, it takes you a little bit longer to beat the game. So I'm going to go back down a couple screens, and then this hole has some more rupees in it. I believe it's 30 rupees underneath this Armos. And then head back out, and then I go to level 2 first. And the reason why I go to level 2 is because it's straightforward. You don't need any bombs to clear it at all. So I only have 1 bomb left right now. It's close to where I just came from, and you get some more rupees from the rope, which are the name of the little snakes in here. And so usually if I defeat all of the enemies in a room, the reason why I do so is because there's a key that pops up, and I got 1 extra key in this run through, so I could have killed 1 less room of enemies and still gotten it. Like, I didn't have to kill those rope if I didn't want to, and I probably didn't need to kill this room either, but it's good because rope drop tons of drop tons of rupees. And there's a place later in the game where I actually am a few rupees short of getting the medicine. So, and like right here, I could have just walked right back out, but like I said, every rupee counts. So again, killing another room of rope to get those. I probably should have not killed this because this is a good 20 seconds of me, shooting these things for a key that I could have gotten that I didn't need because I had one extra key. So that took me 22 seconds, and I got a rupee and a key out of it. So I could have just skipped that. And I thought about not getting that as well because the rope come towards you. But anyway, continue just going straight up, and then you'll reach the Garayas. This is probably the toughest room in the whole dungeon. The good thing about the Garayas are that I had the sword that shoots, so that's good. And then that room, you want to kill them not only to open it up, but you also want to get the bombs out of there so that you can kill the Dodongo. So you pick up the heart, and that's the end of level 2. The most time between levels is what you do between level 2 and 1 and between level 1 and 3. By the time you reach the end of level 3, you've pretty much done most of what you need to do in the game. So I figure out where the candle is. There's just a shop right around the corner here with the candles. And I have enough money for the candles and the arrows. But I can't remember where the arrows are. I know there's another location that has a shop right around the corner with cheap arrows, but I can't remember where it is. And so this is a point where I just run around for a few minutes and I can't find out. I thought the arrows were over here, and when I got here I thought they were one screen up. When I got here I realized this is the screen where the desert is, and I went to burn a bush, and I don't even know if I found out the right bush. So I wasted a lot of time right here. There you go, there's a bush that has some rupees in it. 10 rupees. So I don't even remember where that... I get back down here and I'm like, I can't remember where those arrows are, that shop with the arrows. And I couldn't remember if there was another place to burn. And so I got caught up here just trying to figure out what the heck was going on. I tried to burn that same bush twice and realized that's not the right bush. So I couldn't figure out what the right bush was, or if there was a bush, and just wasted a lot of time right here, and I probably could have cut some time off and gotten my time under an hour. There's the other bush. And that one's 100, so it's an important one to get. I really should have bought the arrows before I got that bush burned. So I go up here, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to go buy the arrows. And I'm like, wait, the arrows... it's just a letter. The arrows aren't up here, it's the desert. So I was like, oh, crap, I don't know where the arrows are. Had completely forgotten. But I knew there were some arrows over by the beach. And even though I didn't want to go over there, I ended up running around some more because I just couldn't remember where those arrows were. And imagine that I was not very far away from them, but I just kept running around in circles because I couldn't remember. So here in a minute I'm just going to take off and go to the right and buy those arrows. I also forgot to mark the time when I got the candle. See, like, I'm so far away from those arrows right now. I really could have been under an hour in my total time if I had not messed this up. I already gone into there, and I was like, "Oh, are they just?" No, I don't know. I'm going up there. I just got so frazzled trying to remember where those arrows were. So I went down here, and I was like, "Well, maybe it's down here, and to the right, and then." The right that's a 10. The right almost has a 10 coin 10 rupee underneath of it. So that wasn't it. So eventually I just go this way. That's the shop I was just in. So I go down and eventually I just go all the way out to the... I should have just gone out here anyway, but I just go all the way out to the ocean to get these arrows, and I should have just done that to begin with before I even burned down those, because I had enough to get the arrows before I even burned that down. So that was from the time that I started wandering around to the time I got the arrows was about 2 minutes and 26 seconds, and my final time is an hour 2:17, so I could have been under an hour if I wouldn't have messed around with the arrows so long and just gone and done it. So, by the way, you can go get the white sword at this point. I think you can get the white sword with 5 hearts as well, but it's on the way to level 1, which is why I did not get the white sword before level 2. And again, you don't really need it. The hardest room is that room of Garaya, and that's just, a couple of... especially if you have full health, it's not that tough to beat that room. So the only tough part about going and getting the white sword here is that you have to make sure you don't get hit by that Lionel, because it does 2 hearts of damage with its sword. So that can be really tough. But then once you get the white sword here, it's not a big deal. You can just get hit and go back to the beginning, and you wouldn't actually be any farther off of the pace if you even died. By the way, I did beat this without losing a life as well. So I was really low on health right here, but this is probably the closest I ever came to dying was at this point in the game, or maybe one other point. So I'm making my way back across here to get back to level 1, which is where most people start, with the tree right in the middle of the Lake Hylia down here. Can't remember if I stop here. I don't. I get it on the way out. That heart was a godsend. I really needed that heart right there. So I don't get the... I did not get the magical boomerang in level 2. But I do get the regular boomerang here in level 1. But I don't think I use it in the whole game. So that I could have saved some time by not beating the Room of Garaya up here as well. With the... that had the boomerang in it. And again, I'm destroying all these rooms because just to get the keys, because you really need the keys. Again, there's one key I didn't need. I could have just let it go, and it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. But I didn't have to kill that room either. But getting a lot of keys is the most important thing. Making sure you have enough bombs. I don't know why I was thinking to kill those. You don't need to kill those at all. There's another key. It's important to get the keys because you use them a lot. And then I don't know if I come back to kill these Garaya or not, but we'll see in a second. And here's the bow. The bow is basically one of the... Basically, I have to have 2 weapons to beat the game, or 2 things to beat the whole game. You have to have a bow. You have to have the sword. And you have to have the silver arrows. And you might need bombs too. I don't know if there's a way you can get through the game without using bombs. But as far as I know, if you have bombs, bow, silver arrow, you need regular arrows to defeat Goma in level 5. So bomb, bow, arrow, silver arrow, and sword. You can beat the game with all of that. So here's a room where I did not have to beat these Garaya, but I did. I didn't need to, although I did get some bombs there. I did not need that boomerang, because I never used the boomerang. And I think I also messed around a little bit with these wall masters. I didn't really need to, but again, getting rupees is good. And then here, Aquamentus, I end up just like hitting him 3 times and getting the heart piece, and I go in here and get the Triforce, and that's the end of number 1. Alright, so after this, I need a little bit more cash, so I gotta hunt down some more rupees to buy the blue ring. So one good spot is down here on the right, the top bush you can burn for 30. And that takes me to 227. And then I go over here to get the heart. You burn the 5th bush from the edge of the right edge of the screen. And you get another heart piece, so that brings me up to 8 hearts. And then I should have just gone straight down to get the 30, because there's a place where you can get 100, but I didn't need the 100. And so I spent too much time messing around to try to find this 100. That's a shop I'll come back to later, that one that I just burned. But I should have just gone down here. And I should have gone... I might have actually ended up doing this. I should have gone down, instead of trying to find which one this was, because I didn't need to. I spent a little bit of time, maybe 10, 15 seconds, trying to figure out which one of these to burn, but it was actually on the next screen down, and I'll find it. I think it's that... no, I didn't end up doing that. I actually ended up going over here and bombing this wall to get 30 more, which is what I should have done the first time, because I didn't need that extra 70. It would have been a waste of money. There is a glitch, or I guess a hack, I don't know if it's a glitch or a hack, that allows you to switch items without going into the menu, but I didn't use that either, because I think that's cheating. So anyway, I go back out, go right and up, and I'm going to go get the blue ring. And go right and up and up and up, and then finally you move an Armos up here to get the blue ring. The blue ring halves damage, just like the magic or the white sword doubles damage attack. The blue ring there halves damage from enemies. So I don't get the red ring later, which halves it again because I don't need it. It's a lot faster just to buy the large shield to protect you from the whiz robes. So, I don't remember why I went over here. I did not need to. This is a waste of time. I think maybe I went over here trying to find this. There's a bush over here where you can burn to get rupees. I don't know what I was doing here. Wasting time. Trying to figure out which bush gives you the 100 rupees. I figured out later. Anyway, I think I end up just what did I end up doing? I ran around for way too long. Could have cut another, minute and a half off of my... See, I'm just literally... I got the ring at 18 minutes, 23 seconds. It's over a minute and a half. It's going to be about a minute and a half later, and I'm still just running around looking for this other place to burn. And I didn't need to. Just a stupid mistake I made. So I finally figure out that's where you burn the single top bush there, and you get 100 more. And I just could not figure that out for the life of me, for whatever reason. I guess I just never went on that screen. Anyway, then you go back over here, and this is level 3. So level 3 is, I believe, it's a lot of Zols. And the reason why I killed this Zol down here is because I need another key. Because I wasn't exactly sure how many keys I would need, so I grabbed another one. These are the first time you see the dark nuts. But when you have it makes it a lot easier when you have the white sword to kill them, because it takes only 2 hits. Also, if you have the blade that shoots, because you have full health, it also helps a lot, because you can just go through the sides. Even though I'm still kind of having a tough time anyway. I go back and forth between hating Dark Nuts the most and hating Wizrobes the most. Like, this is clearly a mess right here. Look at that slowdown. I just want to get back in those stairs, man. Just get out of here. Dark Nuts and Zelda 2, Adventure of Link, are even worse. They will destroy you real bad. You have to like jump and duck and swing just right. So anyway, you get the raft, get another key. If you kill all the keys in here, you get bombs, but I already had 8, so I just went through without worrying about it. And kill those again for the key. I could have shot that one through the wall and saved a couple of seconds, but mostly just a couple of things that I messed up in the wooded areas, trying to find out the right place to burn. I still think I can get through this game in under an hour if I really try. Here's Manhandla. I didn't really have any problems with Manhandla because I had the blade that could shoot, and went pretty fast. Grab the heart, grab the Triforce, and that's level 3. So from level 3 to level 4, you just go a few screens over, and that's it. It's pretty basic. You just take the raft out, so it's pretty quick. And level 4 is very quick. So the difference in time between level 3 and level 4, I went up there when I shouldn't have, is not that big of a deal. So you just go up, and then right 3 screens, and up 2 screens, and then you're to level 4. Not that much, not that much to do. Very, very quick. And again, level 4 is pretty easy. The big things in here are the, what are these things called? They turn into the bats. Buyers, I think is what they're called. The only thing I don't like about this is it has a lot of dark rooms, and until you get the ladder, sometimes the dark rooms are tough to navigate, and it's just a lot of extra time to move around if you, to go through the menu if you use the candle in every room. It just takes extra time. So anyway, like I said, it's pretty quick. You go through here, you don't have to kill a whole lot of rooms. This room you have to kill all these buyers. If you have the magical sword, which you could get, but it would take extra time. The buyers only take one hit at that point. But it would take a lot of time in the overworld running to get the magical sword and then coming back and getting to this one. Also, you don't want to get hit. You do not want to hit those bubbles when they're red, because it takes away your sword forever, or at least until they turn back to blue. So, and you can hit it when they're blue and you get your sword back. So when you get your ladder, it allows you to cross some paths in the game. You don't necessarily need it in the overworld. It does make travel a little bit faster in a couple of places, but it is necessary to get through some of the dungeons in the game. So I didn't need to use this. I waste some time here. I didn't need to use the key to go up, so I guess I had 2 extra keys because this is just an empty room. You can't do anything in there. You do have to come through the other side, but the way that I had it didn't matter. So you got to go back around. You were supposed to go left 2 and then up through this locked door, and I went through the wrong locked door, so... again, try not to get hit by those red bubbles. That's why I'm sitting in the middle there on the ladder. If you get hit by a red bubble, you got to find a blue one to get your sword back. Then you got to go right into the room with that T that I was just in and bomb through the top wall. So I just didn't go around like I was supposed to. Collect those rupees. Bomb up, and I think I bomb up because in this room, if you kill everything, you get a key, or it is a key in this room. So you basically exchange a bomb for a key, which, you know, is a good exchange. And then you go right. Gotta defeat some more buyers. Oh, no, you don't. You go up first. Oh, I was right. Okay, yeah. You defeat the buyers. Because then you can push the block. In case you didn't know, the left block, or the leftmost centered block, is the block you push. And then the two-headed, I can't ever remember what this stupid thing is called. I hate it, though. It's probably my least favorite boss. Anyway, you kill that, and you go up and collect the Triforce piece, and that's it for level 4. So from the end of level 3 to the end of level 4 was less than 5 minutes, so it's a quick one. So the reason why I buy the shield on the way to level 5 is because the shield protects you from getting hit from the little rays that the wands shoot off, that the Wizrobes shoot off, and so you can block those, and it really is a lot more helpful than you think. You might not even hear it work, but it does. Also, you can get meat here, but the meat is cheaper at the other place. It's only 60, where it's 100 there, so you can save 40 rupees if you go there. So you make your way up into the mountains. I don't know if it's faster to go right through the desert and go up and then back left, or if it's faster to go left, up, and then go back right. It's probably about the same. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe it saves you a few seconds. And then when you get to this screen, you just go up to get to level 5. So it doesn't actually take you that long, not even 2 minutes to travel between level 4 and level 5. And you don't have the whistle yet, so you can't warp anywhere closer. You just gotta hoof it to get there. So level 5 is the first place where you see Wizrobes, and like I said, between Wizrobes and Dark Nuts, they're both hated enemies of mine. Those are Gibdo, which are really tough enemies. They take 8 hits with the regular sword. It's really important to have lots of bombs, if I remember correctly, in this one. So, like, you kill these Gibdos for bombs, and if you kill all the Gibdos in that room, I think that give you bomb too. This room is really tough because... Oh, maybe this isn't the one with the Wizrobes. I can't remember. But it's all. This is the one with all the blue Dark Nuts. That's it, not the Wizrobes. So the blue Dark Nuts, again, if you have the magical sword, they only take 2 hits. But I have the white sword, so they take 4 hits each. And I think if they hit you, they take half a heart automatically. No, they take a whole heart automatically. So you can use bombs if you have a big cluster of them, and you'll see later I actually use the bombs pretty well. I never get a bomb upgrade. There's 2 bomb upgrades. The one I just I had to choose between the meat and the bomb upgrade. Or, I mean, I chose the meat instead. So go through these stairs, go up the other side, and then when you get through the other side, you get the whistle coming up. I didn't need to go down here. If you want the bomb upgrade, you go down. And I end up getting that key anyway, but if you want the bomb upgrade, I think you bomb down again, and then you pay. I think it's 100, so I didn't have the money anyway, but it's better to save it for the meat anyway, because you really do need... I was trying to think what was down. Come over here, and then there's another room of all these Dark Nuts, and you'll see here I do a pretty good job using the... That one wasn't as good, but I do a pretty good job of using the bombs to injure the Dark Nuts. They're pretty weak against bombs. You cannot use bombs against Wizrobes, only against Dark Nuts. And you can't hit the Dark Nuts from the front because of their shield as well. So just try to do your best to get rid of them. Fairy's always good. It also helps with your time, because the fewer hearts that have to be filled, the more time you save as well. So anyway, push that block, come in here, get the whistle, which allows you to warp, and it's also important for you to get into level 7. So you can't beat the game without getting the whistle in here, because you need it for level 7. I guess you do need the whistle and the raft and the ladder as well to beat the game. Earlier I said you only needed bomb, arrow, bow, and sword, but you do need those other things as well. Otherwise you can't. Without the ladder, you can't get through all the dungeons. Without the raft, you can't get to level 4. And without the whistle, you can't get into level 7. And without all those Triforce pieces, you can't get into level 9. So you do need all those things. But there are quite a few things I don't get in this game. Like I don't get the magical boomerang. I thought there were bombs in there, which is why I killed them. I don't get the magical boomerang. I don't get the red ring. I don't get the wand or the magic wand. I don't get the... Or not the magic wand. The magic wand or the book. So there are quite a few things I don't get in this game because it's not really... I don't know, that important for me to get everything. Try to think here of where I'm going as well. Don't have to kill those Dodongos. I don't have the bombs anyway. I can't remember if I kill all these Gibdos or not. I think there's bombs in here if you do. Also, if you kill 10 enemies in a row, I don't kill them. If you kill 10 enemies in a row without getting hit, you get bombs. And I know right now I really wanted some bombs. So... Get another key. I think this is the room where I killed all the Gibdos so that I could see if I got more bombs. Not that you always need bombs, but they're very useful. It was another key. But I did get the bomb from killing that Gibdo. And then I don't really like messing around with the Pole's voice if I can help it. And then in here is Dig Dogger. And the way you kill Dig Dogger is to play the whistle, and then he becomes small, and then I can't remember, I think it's 4 hits with the white sword. Grab the heart piece, and there you go. That's level 5. So it's really interesting how the second half of the game takes less time for me than the first half of the game. The first half of the game, I guess, is up through like getting into level 5 or around level 5. But the second half of the game is supposed to be harder, and it takes about the same amount of time for me to complete. So I don't know. Oh, I know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get those last 2 heart pieces. Now that you have the raft and the ladder, you can go back over to the beach and get the other 2 heart pieces. And that's what I'm headed over there to do now. One is on a raft spot. You can see I'm trying to get a few more rupees as well, because I couldn't remember if the meat was 60 or 80. So, and get some bombs there too. So you get that heart piece. You go all the way up until you see a spot for the raft. Right there. And then you raft out to the island to get your heart piece. So that's the last heart container of the game. Now you could save some time and some money by, at that very last one, taking the medicine instead. So you'd have 1 less heart, but you would have medicine. You wouldn't have to worry about buying it. So I could have saved some time, but I would have had less energy. I would consider doing a run later where I take that last one, I take the medicine instead. So anyway, you want to go to warp to level 3. If you face up, it goes up a level, so that's the entrance to level 2. This is the entrance to level 3. If you face down, it goes down a level. I'm not exactly sure how you know where it starts, though, so that's the only one thing. So I'm headed off to buy the meat first. I need the meat for level 7, but I'm just going to buy it now since I'm over here. It doesn't matter if you buy it before level 6 or before level 7. Either way, it's going to be the same thing. So the meat's only 60 at this one, and it's 100 at the other stores. And then you need 68 to buy the medicine. And I thought that I would have 68 after going through level 6, level 7, and level 8, but I don't. As you can see, I marked the meat after level 6 because if you don't have 60, you gotta wait to get the meat after level 6. Try to wait for a little bit more to get some more rupees, which is why I, on my timer on the left, I put the meat after level 6 because you just never know how your rupee drops are going to be. So after I beat level 6, I immediately push that I have the meat as well. So you go, for this one, you go north, west, southwest. And so here in a second, you go west, and then that gets you through the Lost Woods. You go up into the graveyard, and then you go to the northeast corner of the graveyard to find the magical sword. There's no master sword in this game. It goes wooden sword, white sword, magical sword. And each one doubles the strength. Alright, so you push down the 3rd column, 2nd row. And in here, you have to have 12 hearts, I think, and I have 13. And then you get the magical sword. So level 6 is the first one with whiz robes, not level 5. Level 5 is the first one with the blue dark nuts. So now everything takes a lot fewer hits. The blue dark nuts only take 2. The blue whiz robes take 3. Orange whiz robes take 1. And I think the blue Lionels take 2, and everything else takes 1. So if you saw them disappear, that's because you defeat the head one, and some dungeons have like the thing, or some animals, or I don't know, monsters have those and some don't. It's just this weird thing that's in some rooms and not in others. If you defeat the leader of the room, then you get that key. Then you defeat all of them. It's just this weird thing that happens sometimes. I don't know why I slowed down there. I should have just ran through the whole room. So another room with dark nuts, or not dark nuts, whiz robes. You don't want to get caught by those things that look like pancakes, which are called like-likes. If you get caught by a like-like, then you lose your big shield, and that's really bad for this because then the whiz robes are going to be like really rough. You don't have to defeat that room, you just bomb to the right. But the next room, I do believe... not this room, the room after, I think. I really got hit a few times there. This room you have to defeat the buyers in. And again, like I said earlier, the buyers, once you get the magical sword, they don't break into the 2 red keys anymore. Continue on to the room to the right. And then to push that block, you have to defeat those whiz robes and the like-likes. Make sure you don't get hit by those bubbles because they'll ruin your day. Travel through under here. Again, watch the bubbles. Like I said, the bubbles, you have to go back and find a blue one, and that's awful. It's an awful thing to have to do. Grab that key, because you need a lot of keys. Although I did waste 2, like I said. Defeat these stupid whiz robes again. Oh, I guess I didn't have to defeat them. You just go straight up and it's Goma. And I got really lucky. It's just one shot with the orange Goma. And I got lucky, it moved right into my path. Grabbed the heart, and that's level 6. So from the time that I got the magical sword to the end of level 6 was only 3 minutes. So very fast. And of course I hit the meat as well, because I already have the meat. I'm going to work back to level 3. This is level 2, so I think I did it right. There's one time where I do it wrong, and I go to the wrong level, so this should take me to level 3. And it does, okay. So this was the right one. Later I mess up, and I end up going to the wrong level. So once you get to level 3, it's just up, up, or up, left, up, up, and then you use the whistle and it drains a pond, and then you go into level 7. Level 7 is definitely the easiest of the last few dungeons. It's confusing to get around, but the actual enemies are pretty easy in it. I think the easiest enemy is the the hardest enemy is the blue Goriah, which takes 2 hits, so it's pretty quick as far as defeating the enemies goes, but it's... I think if you're low on bombs, I didn't have to beat this room, but if you need a lot of bombs for level 7, and this is one of the bomb upgrade levels as well, although I did not have the money for it. So again, 2 hits for the Goriah, for the blue ones. I don't know if you see any more orange Goriah, but they only take 1 hit. So it's very important, at least in my opinion, oh, there are some orange ones, to conserve your bombs as much as you can in this level. But they give you plenty at the beginning, so if you don't have enough, there's an easy way to get a few. So again, gotta watch those bubbles up there, but you can always stand like in the middle, like I do right there, to avoid them. Make sure they're out of the way before you proceed. Hitting the blue ones are fine, hitting the red ones are bad. Ignore that dig dogger, go left. Some more Goriah that you don't need to fight. So grumble grumble, it's because he's hungry, so that's why you have to buy the meat. You can't get through this dungeon without the meat. I guess another necessary item that I forgot about. So more Garayo, don't need to fight. So this dungeon's kind of confusing to get through. I kind of take a back way. So I bomb through there, and there's a bunch of Garayo in here, which is not a big deal. You don't need to go through that staircase. It's just a red herring. Go to the next room, which is a bunch of Garayo. Don't need to fight those. Go into the next room, and this is the room where you have to defeat the Digdogger. And Digdogger is not the boss of this level. You just have to defeat it. It splits into three little Digdoggers. And then again, it looks here like, oh, I gotta fight something, it's an empty room, but really you just bomb through the wall. This is the room where you have to destroy, or oh, you don't have to hit anything. See, I got hit by a red bubble, so I literally had to wait until the blue bubble, or, oh, it came back on its own. But you have to kill all the wall masters, and it's really tough to get back through this room, back through this dungeon, all the way through again. And so you need to make sure you have your sword, stay in the middle, because the wall masters only come out if you're near the wall. And then again, watch for the bubble. The blue one's okay. And then once you go through the stairs, once you've killed the 5 wall masters, you can push it, go through here, go through the stairs, and then bomb again. Yeah, bomb right. And then in here is the boss, which is another Aquamentus. And there it is. And that is the 7th piece of the Triforce. So after that, you can't warp from this spot using the whistle. You have to leave because otherwise it'll just drain the pool. And this is the one that I mess up. So I face upward. I'm trying to go to level 2, and this is level 4. And so I go up again. I should have gone down too. And this is level 5. So I go up again. And that takes me to level 6. And then I go up again. And that takes me to level 7. And I gotta go up again. So I just kept going up. At least I didn't go down and like mess it all up. But I should have gone down to begin with. So I wasted some time there as well. So finally I get over here to level 2. Made my way down right, down, down, and then burn that bush. Seven and 8 and 9 are really the only super hidden dungeons. The rest are pretty much out in the open. So go straight up, ignore Manhandla, bomb up. It's really just going straight up this whole time, and then defeating whatever's in your way and just going up for a while. There's a little slowdown there. These blue dark nuts are only 2 now. They're really fast, but they're not tough. Especially if you have the, I got hit there. If you have the sword beam. I got hit by a, did I get hit by a red one there? I don't know. I guess I didn't get hit by a red one, because if I did, I would have not been able to use my sword in this room, so. Bomb up, don't worry about those dark nuts. Don't worry about the manhandle in this room, go up. Then this Goma you have to kill to get into the next room. And I got, again, pretty lucky. I was already lined up with it right here. 1, 2, 3 shots. And this is where you go right once you get to the Goma. Kill everything in this room, so it's a little bit of everything. It's a Pole's Voice, and a couple of blue dark nuts, and a couple of red dark nuts. The red dark nuts, of course, aren't that tough anymore. So the pole's voice take a few hits, but everything else is not that bad. So I go down here to get the master key, so now I don't have to use keys anymore. The reason why I go out of my way to get this, just a few rooms out of the way, is because the last dungeon I don't want to have to worry about keys and getting keys and stuff. Go back out and go down past the Manhandla, and then you're back in this room with the dark nuts, and now you have to fight these dark nuts so you can get to the room to the right. I put the bombs on just in case I got frustrated, but it ended up not being too bad. I think when you have the magical sword, you might as well just go ahead and face the dark nuts head on, because they don't really, it's 2 hits. This room, just go past everything, go down the stairs. I got hit by that bubble. For some reason, I thought I was supposed to go up, but I forgot that I was supposed to go down the stairs first and then bomb up. I don't know why I wanted to bomb up first. This is a room where it makes you think you're supposed to go to the left, but really you're just supposed to bomb up. Again, it's a decoy room. You get up here, it's one of these 4-headed dragons. I don't know if they're called Hydra or not, but I really hate them. So I just decided to take the L and get this heart, and now I'm going to be done with level 8. So level 8 to 9 is probably the longest. It's 10 minutes between level 8 and 9. Between 1 and 3 is 8 minutes. I think that's the second longest. Between 2 and 1, you got to do a lot of stuff in the overworld. I messed up there too, but that's a little bit of time. So for level 9, you want to warp to the tree, which is level 1. And again, I warped all the way around wrong. For some reason, I thought this was the tree. I just wasn't paying attention. So I'm at 4, which was not very far off from where I wanted to be. Plus, I knew that I just went because I knew I needed more rupees, and you'll see that I'm destroying a lot of enemies just to get as many rupees as I can. I thought it was 64 when I was playing. It was a little amateur mistake there. I thought it was 64 rupees to get the medicine and 68 rupees to get the medicine. And so when I go to get the medicine, I was frustrated. If I could have gotten a 5 right there, I would have had enough. Or right here. I got a 5. So I was like, alright, 64. It's on my way. The medicine's on your way. So I was like, I'll just bomb right here. I was a little worried only having 3 bombs left as well, but it's like bomb right here. Get the letter out. And then at 68, and I was like, I don't have enough. So I went back to the desert, and over here, and I beat up on some levers, and then finally one of the levers gave me, I finally got enough rupees from one of these, I think, blue levers over here. But they didn't drop anything. The red ones drop a little bit of everything, but they didn't drop anything that time. So one of these blue levers drops, there it is, drops a 5. Then I go back and get my medicine, and the medicine refills your hearts. The red medicine refills it twice, and the blue refills it once, and it's better just to take the red medicine. And I think if I attempt this again, I'm going to, instead of on the raft, when I go out, take that last heart piece, instead of worrying about the medicine, I won't have to get the letter then either. I'm just going to take the red medicine the last time, and I won't need to have all those hearts, because I don't get close to dying when I get up here. So anyway, the ladder's good there because you can cross that river very quickly. These Lionels are tough, but again, they only take 1 hit now. But they will hurt you, but they only take 1 hit, and then the blue ones take 2. so it's pretty easy to duck out of the way at this point. You bomb the left eye of Spectable Rock to get into level 9, and again, to get in there you have to have... Oh, that was really bad. You have to have all of the pieces of the Triforce. So this is confusing if you don't know where you're going, but it only took me about 8 minutes to get through. So you go up and up, and then I can't remember if you have to kill these or not, if there's some reason to kill these. Looks like I am, so there was probably some reason. I don't remember why. That was just a key. I didn't need to kill those. So bomb left, avoid the bubbles. And then you got to kill these 2 things. I don't even know what these are called, but you kill them so you can go down the stairs. They're in the Master Quest. There are blue ones of these, and they take like a bazillion hits, but those aren't too bad. So get out of this spiral with all these likes. And then unlock that door to the right. Again, I have the magical key, so it doesn't matter. And I don't think I need to kill these Wizrobes either. But I didn't know the shape of the room, so I ended up just, I think, hanging out and killing them. And they take 3 hits. So, I don't know. It's just what I did. I ended up getting a fairy out of it, so that's good, though. Oh, I remember. I was killing everything because I didn't have any bombs left, and I got nervous about that. So here's Patra. And if you have the sword beam, Patra is pretty easy. And even just with the magical sword, Patra seems to be pretty easy. Later I'll fight another one, and I don't have any problem with her either. I mean, that one was easier than the one I'll fight later, but finally I get those 4 bombs from killing Patra. And this guy is like, go to the next room, whatever that means, but you actually need that bomb to bomb to the left to go to the next room, literally. The original quest does not have any walk-through walls, but you do have to bomb a lot. And you have to kill all these guys. I really want to get those bombs, I remember. You have to kill all these guys so you can push the left block again. So that's why I'm trying, even though it looks like an empty room, usually if you kill everything, you can push the left block and stairs will appear. So there are those stairs. And then go left, and then this is just an empty room of keys, so you don't have to worry about anything. Go left again, and there's another room with a Patra in it, and you don't have to kill this Patra now. I don't remember if I did or if I didn't, but I think I did now, and then you have to come back and kill it later anyway, so it's already done. But that one's pretty fast, and I got a fairy out of it, which is great. And I'm thinking about whether I need to go. I do kill it now. There's another Patra later that you don't have to kill if you don't want to. First time through. So I'm up here, and I said, you know, I'm probably going to have to come back through here because I know I'm just going this way to get the silver arrow, so I killed all of them while I had the time stopped because they're a nuisance. And then you have to kill a bunch more in here. And I got hit by the red bubble there, which really pisses me off. I hate getting hit by that red bubble. In the second game, the red bubble literally takes it forever. But go down the stairs to get the silver arrow, which you need to defeat Ganon. I already killed those Wizrobes, so I can go back down the stairs and then back up the other side. And then I think I need to go to the left here, which is why I kill all these likes. I just need, yeah, you definitely got to go left. Otherwise, I would just go straight up. Again, the only reason why I dance around the likes because if you don't have the big sword, sometimes it's to your advantage to get trapped inside of a like. But if you have the big shield, sorry, did I say big sword? The big shield, you definitely want to avoid the likes. So just crossed an hour means I've only got a couple minutes left. I run through there, don't even worry about that heart. And then you got to kill the Wizrobes in here so you can push another block. There were not that many in here, luckily. And then make the traps go off. Another set of stairs. We're getting really close to the end here. This time you bomb to the left. You don't have to worry about killing all those things. It took a lot of damage, but... And there's another room with stairs. And so you have to kill the likes and the Zols in this room to go down these stairs. I don't know why I went back for that rupee. I didn't need it. One more set of stairs. And then the next room, I think you kill everything. Or is it Patra? Yeah, you kill this Patra and then go up. And then I think this is Ganon's room after this. Patra really got me there a few times. Alright, yeah. Next room's Ganon's room. So Ganon warps around quite a bit, but you don't need to worry about him. Just hit him with your magical sword. And you don't even need a... I don't know why it took me so long to hit him. You don't even need to have the magical sword to win. You can beat him with the wooden sword. Now I got really nervous when I got down to 3 hearts, so I put on the medicine and just took my medicine right there. Maybe I didn't need to take it, but I didn't want to die. That would be the worst, to get all the way to Ganon and then have to work my way through the level again. That would have been a real big bummer. Let's see if it would have mattered. No, it wouldn't have mattered. I didn't need it, but anyway, when he turns brown, you shoot the pig with the arrow, go up, and then hit the swords, and that's it. So that's the end of The Legend of Zelda, and that's my speed run. Thanks, Link. You're the hero of Hyrule. The end.